Hello, my name's Jason, and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today I'd like to talk about more of the alienation and games that my children's mom's playing. Now, she wants to tell my children, and I've already aired this video. I'll air it again in this one because it's very short. It's my video about what this is doing to our kids. I'm going to put that video right here in this video.
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. I was just sitting down to call you.
Which I was, is how I was able to get my screen recorder on as fast as I did.
What's wrong?
I'm going to tell you what's wrong. You don't call or talk to him ever, and you're hurting him by not doing that.
I call him every Saturday.
You do not call, and you don't return phone calls, and it's hurting his feelings. And he doesn't want to talk to you because you don't ever try and make any attempt to be involved in his life or call him. Do you know why he looks like that right now? Do you know why?
Maybe because he was taken away from his dad. Has heard his dad was a bad person when his dad wasn't.
I've never taken him away from you. You have all of the balls are in your court. And if you choose not to act with him, this is what you get.
That is what I get. Now, I'm going to go back to 2 months ago, and I've already made a video about this, about when I went to court, was denied the whole entire motion that I was there to be seen for. The motion was refused to even be seen. But I did get scheduled phone calls. Just 2 weeks before school started, this court date took place, in which I asked for phone calls an hour before the kids went to bed, and talked to my kids for an hour. Again, the referee apparently did not have a relationship with his father, so that impedes my relationship with my children. Fathers apparently don't have rights in these systems, right? They don't have rights to be parents. They're only supposed to be a paycheck.
And you can see she's telling my son that I'm the one not calling him, and I'm the one who's refusing to talk to him. Obviously, it's all documented, all the phone calls I've made, and she's even used this in court. And of course, court doesn't want any evidence. They just listen to what a woman says. She says, I'm the one not calling. That's what they took. I said, I can prove it. I have the phone records, and I record it all. You can't tell me it didn't happen. I document everything. I've had to learn over time. Make sure you document, because that's how we're supposed to prove our cases, right? Or, again, do I have to cut off my manhood to prove my case? So I don't want to air my actual phone records, which my phone records obviously will match this. But if I air my phone records, then it'll have my children's phone number on there, and I don't want that. I didn't really realize it and think about it when I was doing it. My phone number's been aired in these videos, and honestly, I don't care. I'm a big boy. I'm an adult. You want to call and support me? Call and support me. You want to call and harass me? Well, this is what I got to think of that.
You despicable.
Sticks and stones, love.
So, I guess my way to prove it, these right here are the recordings. My kids, their mom had to set up a Google phone number because I can't call her phone number. That would be so, oh my God, she's just so harassed and so scared and so full of anxiety. Obviously, I prove that's all a bunch of lie. That's just nothing but a lie. This is a severe mentally ill woman. She claims she's so severely fearful of me, I can't call her phone number. We have to set up a Google phone number for me to call the kids on, because that's totally different. It still goes through to her phone. It's just a different number. What difference does it make? It's all a stupid game. Or they're really just that lacking mentality. So these are all time and date stamped. Obviously there's the year, month, day, and this is the time. So you can tell my kids are the only ones I call that have a Google phone number. So I'm using this as my evidence to show you that, I've made my phone calls and there's no answer.
Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave.
And I mean, you go through all these, you can, it was easy to pick most of these out. This isn't even all of them. I think there was 35 of them in this file. There's at least 5 more that I can think of that I did not get recorded. When I was going through trying to get a new phone, I turned my one phone back in that month there was 3 calls that I didn't get a call with there was no answer. I turned that phone back in and didn't get my information off there before I turned it in. So right there's 40 at least. There's been at least 10 to 12 video calls that I'm supposed to have with my kids, at least 10 to 12 of them, that I did not, there was no answer. I get no answer. I've already aired a couple of those. So there's at least 45 calls that I get no answer, at least 45. 45. Now I'm a father who has not seen my kids in almost 2 years. And she wants to twist it against my children that I'm the one not doing it. She wants to twist it in court that I'm the one not doing it. And again, the court doesn't want evidence. They just want, what did you say, hun? Oh, slam the gavel on the dad again. So I'll just skip this forward so you can get to you don't need to keep hearing the ringing. I'm not going to sit here and air all of these, but a couple of them just so you can see that's what this is.
Subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after.
So we'll go down here and you can see 622, no answer. 610, 78, 713, 715, 727, I get no answer. And then this is I finally get an answer from my kids on the 29th. And I'm going to ask you to turn your volume down for this because this was my entire phone call with my kids. And then I got hung up on after I had not talked to them in nearly a month. I got no answer. And then even on the very next day I call, or my next court date, these are all scheduled, time scheduled, court scheduled dates and times to call. They are known ahead of time. So again, the very 2 days later I call, I get no answer. So this, I'm going to ask you to turn your volume down because it might hurt your ears if your volume's up. But here was my one call I did get with my kids in that entire month. And you will hear mom is in the room too.
Hello?
Hi, Dad.
Hello, hello.
Put it back on. I
And I'll just, instead of making you sit here and listen to this for 5 minutes before I get hung up on, I'll just start skipping the cursor along so you can see this is all it was. I got 5.5 minutes of listening to music, and that's all I can hear, and then I get hung up on. And again, this was the first answered phone call I got in 1 month. Actually, I did my math wrong. That'd be like 55, 60 calls.
Did that work for you?
hung up on. That was my entire call with the kids. My first call that I got an answer in an entire month. But she wants to keep using it against me that I'm the one who's not making the effort. Now, as the parent on either end, we're both supposed to be making efforts to encourage and keep open communication to our children. I'm going to show you exactly what happens in videos coming up to what this does to children when this is how they are treated by a parent. This is illegal. It's against every court rule. And I'm going to keep this video short. I still got to edit in some things, and this is already getting, trying to keep my videos shorter here. I'm going to be doing another video here where I will air all the emails to my attorney, including these recordings over all of this. And not one time did he ever file a single thing. Going through my recordings, I found more recordings of him that I didn't even know I had. This is all terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. And then on top of that, throughout so many of these phone calls, mom getting on the phone, yelling at me, telling me I'm not allowed to talk about me, my past, me and the kids. Only the kids and their new life is all I'm allowed to talk about. That is alienation. I found another recording where she gets on the phone again and keeps doing more and more of this. I've had enough of it. And I've had enough that nobody, even a court system, doesn't care. They refuse to even look at it. That is illegal. That's their job. What do they do all day? I want to know. What do they do? Obviously, they're not watching Judge Judy because they probably learned something if they were. So I want to know what these judges and what these court officials do all day long. Get out of that courtroom as fast as they can, and what do they do? I've had enough of all of it. I've had enough. Again, this is being used against my kids. You see what this is doing to my kids. I'm going through my recordings. I have multiple conversations with my kids where they refuse to talk to me. They do not want to talk to me. You go back to the beginning, Daddy, we love you, we miss you. Hour, 2 hour long conversations, playing games, having fun. Mom has absolutely destroyed all of it. I don't even know what I'm allowed to say to these kids on the phone anymore. This is not going to set mom off. I am not allowed to be nice to my kids and giving to my kids and care about my kids or anything because she will demean those kids and demean me and hurt all of us just because daddy's being nice to the kids. I've had enough of it. She's throwing away every single thing I've given those kids. I have my son recorded telling me this. Buddy, did you get to play with that? No, mom threw it away. There's more coming.